Good morning. Once again. That was so beautiful. Brought a tear to both my good eyes. Ah, what a full day this is. Thank you. Ernest Holmes writes in the Science of Mind textbook, "The spirit within me is in perfect rest. The center of my being is quiet and poised. I let my inner spirit fill my whole being with peace and stillness. With this word, I now relax in body and mind. I let the divine tranquility fill me now. That supplies me with nourishment. That gives me the opening into my soul of harmony and joy, especially at times like this, when it's so raw, so perfect, so loving." And so, I want to share an experience that happened for me yesterday. I was out and about, and I'm always allowing that spirit within me to say, "Stop here." And I'll say, "No, no, no." And he said, "Yeah, stop here. Stop here. You're stopping? Okay, you're stopping." So I have learned to listen. I've learned to be quiet for a moment. I've learned to allow my inner spirit, the knower within me, the same that's within you, to nudge me. And so I walked in and to get a coffee. I love coffee. That's why it's so good here. Thank you, Pat. And thank you, Keith. And so as I'm walking through, hi, how you doing? This man, he stood up and he says, "Come here." I go, "Yeah." He says, "You're doing it now." I said, "Doing what?" He says, "You're smiling at me." I said, "Oh, I am? Okay." And he's handing me this card. And he passes these out, he says, to people that are kind to him, that connect with him. "The shortest distance between two people is a smile. The path of least resistance in every instance is a smile. We all smile in the same language." Isn't that great? You never know your influence on someone else. It's nice to get a reminder how important this is. Now, I don't need that, but it sure felt good. It sure felt good. How often have you had a bad moment, and that one perfect experience shows up, and you're just filled with love? This was that moment. So, today was a moment when everything that we had planned for service, Spirit had other ideas for us today, didn't it? Text, music, sound, bada boom. Every aspect that was as preconceived and determined as possible, we think in the human form, was nope, not doing that one. So, also, yesterday I was urged to bring something here ahead of time. This something I have in front of me. It is something that I had predetermined, the little human me, the human side of me determined that this would be appropriate to do the weekend that Dr. Ken and Dr. Deb are here. Because on that Sunday, that they're here on the 9th of November, the center is, and the board voted yes, to dedicate the Social Fellowship Hall to Reverend Louis. So that will be named, we're going to do a contest. What do you think it should be named? Because every Saturday, and most Sundays, he stood by the sink, doing flowers, doing this. That's where he loved. And a year ago today, he made his transition in his kitchen by his sink. Do you think that's an accident? I don't. It's just so profoundly perfect with enough distance. So, this is an image of Reverend Louis, created by Lee Wagner. Lee, stand up, please. Out of love and her compassion and her, this woman, humanly, I would perceive her as being driven, but she was compelled, she was drawn to do this. And so I picked it up at the framer yesterday. You want to see it? Yeah. And it will hang in the social hall. So, look at those eyes. Spot on. Spot on, Lee. Spot on. You know, today's the perfect day to do this. With the songs and all that has happened. Sam is remarkable. He has done such a beautiful, he is driven, compelled, pushed and pulled, cajoled, beat himself up with all of the technical aspects. And today I said, Sam, we get to be in the moment. We get to be authentic. We get to be whole and true to who we are. And the love in this room right now is just palpable. And so, the wholeness I know that Reverend Louis presented and the kindness that he taught and exampled, we carry with us. You look at the picture and it's, you know, Lee did a great, I won't say it's a likeness, but it's deeper than that. There's a presence that picture brings of Reverend Louis' image. And it's just alive. And that's how he would want to be remembered, alive. And so I honor all of you for being part of this spiritual family. And that every experience that comes along strengthens us, connects us, enriches us. And because of all of that, we are made new and whole with every remembrance of everything that brought us here. So on this day of the anniversary of Reverend Louis' transition, I would like to first say, oh, look around the corner, see if he's here. I'm sure he is. When Peg Daly was here the last time, Louis was talking, if you know anything about what she does, and just her mannerisms and her whole being was Louis. But he said, this is what I'm called to say. Thank you, Louis. He's called to say, look around. I'm here every Sunday. Look up in the corners. I'm looking down. And when there's a trick or something that's a little off, he said, that's me. So thank you, Louis, for this day. Thank you for this opportunity to be authentic, to be here, to be now, to be flexible, to be compassionate and loving with my community, with my family. And thank you for your contribution today with your love. And it's all about being present. It's all about being present. And this teaching of Science of Mind is a wonderful tool for us to come into the alignment in a greater way of who we are, who we've always been. And so as we remember that who we are, remember the kindness of why we do something. Why do you do anything? It's not the how. That's a great example of today. It's not the how. It's why. It's why. My statement of purpose is to be a joy-filled voice of love and compassion. I know that every time I say that, I know that more deeply. There's a little bit of widening within myself. And so find out for yourself what kind thing you can do out of your why. Do it out of love. Do it out of joy. Do it out of a true inner sense of loving who you are. Because when you nurture the you that you love, when I say nothing else matters, nothing else matters. Because you're not doing anything against anyone, you're doing it for the right reasons and from the right place. And so, beloveds, each one of you, know with me that the spirit of all of those members that have come before are here now. And that it is every day that, of course, Reverend Louis crosses my mind, and people like Aaron and Nancy, and different people, come through my awareness, and just how they were a big presence, a loving presence to our human evolution. So, celebrate. Be joyful. Do with love. And when we do that, we are nurturing the inner self, the you that you love. Take the time. Take the moment. Be quiet. Be still within yourself. That's a gift. That's a real gift. So I bless you as you move into this day and whatever's next for you. And take the kindness and the love and maybe the blue eyes with you today as you love your way into this beautiful life. So it is. Would the ushers please come forward, please?